fun. That was fun. It's fun to win, and it's fun to win when you don't have a lot of drama at the end. It just seems like we've had so many dramatic finishes over the last couple of years. I'm just glad we had one where we just finished. And really proud of. I'm first start off with the fans. The dog walk was unbelievable. The students were where we asked them to be during pregame warm-up. Fans wore red. They just they were there for us. They caused some timeouts. They caused some issues for their communication. I think we probably got a sack or two because their linemen were getting off the ball late. So thumbs up to our fan base, Coach Van, cheerleaders, everybody who supports us, the families of our players. A lot of support. That's always true, win or lose, but it's more fun for everybody when you win. Very proud of our coaching staff. I know everybody works hard across America, but I doubt anybody worked any harder than our coaches did. Did a great job of preparing our guys. I thought, our off-season conditioning program came through. I think that our special teams coaches did a beautiful job. Just really offense, defense. I think I'm just really excited about this staff. They're very demanding. There's some days out there in practice I just didn't know what we had. But today, the leadership rose to the occasion. Everybody was very good teammates and pulled together. Just really proud of everyone.
Mark, just first of all, just talk about the second half defensive adjustments and what they were going to do again.
Well, I think the biggest thing we did was take a little pressure off our cornerbacks. We had a lot of man coverage in the first half, and they just launched a couple bombs on us and got some big plays and grabbed momentum that way. Not to say they didn't execute in some other areas, but that was the biggest problem we had in the first half. The biggest adjustment we made was just, change up some coverages where it wouldn't put as much pressure on them and really challenged our D-line, linebacker core, our front seven to take care of the run game and pressure the quarterback without having to play a lot of man coverage behind it. So it worked out well.
Mark, y'all rotating tailback a little more first half, second half, like time to really got cranked up.
Yeah, we wanted to keep everybody fresh, and I don't know if you noticed defensively, we did a lot of stuff, a lot of linebacker substitution, DB substitution, D-line substitution, all the way across the board. We knew that we really felt like our team was in good condition, but fatigue will make a coward out of you, and if you don't, if we didn't sub, I don't think we'd have been as fresh at the end of the game. With our backs, knowing that we have really 5 quality tailbacks, and we felt like by the end of the game we're going to have some running backs with some fresh legs going against some defenders who were a little bit fatigued, and that's kind of how it ended up. And Todd, we didn't use him up in the first half, and he had some juice at the end too.
You assess his 4 touchdown performance tonight?
He had 4, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he's I think he's the best player in America, or at least one of them. And, you got to have teammates that help you do it, but he's one of the best.
So, can you point to a specific instance when you saw defense really take control of this game?
Just really the whole second half. We got into that little punt fest there for a little while. We kept, knocking them back deep, and then our defense had them in a good position and kept them back there. We'd have great field position, but we couldn't get a first down, and I'm tempted to go for on 4th. But I'm like, let's just knock it back in there. Our defense is playing good. Let's just keep doing it. And then finally, they actually turned the field they launched a bomb and got us back deep. But that's the one time where we moved the ball down the field, and I think we scored a touchdown that drive. So that was very good with the defense. Somebody said that they didn't get a second half first down. Is that correct? Is that true? We got 1. So, what can you say about that? It's fantastic.
What do you think? What is it about Todd? You say Todd's the best player in America. What in your mind stands out to you about him?
Well, if you look at all the yards after contact, we blocked pretty good, but he blasted through a lot of tackles and kept going. Chubb did too. You know, Sony had his share of those too, but, you know, I'm not gonna say he did it all on his own, but there was a lot of times that, you know, he got what he got and people came to tackle him, one or two guys at the same time trying to get him on the ground, couldn't do it. So he's blasting through tackles and keeping his feet and keep churning and running. And I mean, I bet you our yard after contact in this game, we must have at least 200 yards as a team after contact.
You're the best player in America, only had 4 carries at halftime. Did you think it would, I know you wanted to conserve him, but.
Kickoff, didn't he?
Yeah. All right. You're 5 carries. Was it ever verbalized, hey, let's get him the ball more?
Well, we wanted to, we knew we had other good backs. And we knew, again, the goal was the substitute. Keep people fresh and not wear anybody out in the first half. And wanted to, we wanted to have some juice at the end. And that's what we did. And some of it was, we didn't have a great first half of offensive football, period. I mean, we punt a bunch of times. It's hard to give anybody the ball, quite frankly. I think we might have the ball for like 10 minutes in the first half, so it's hard to give anybody any carries if you're not getting some first downs along the way.
Coach, what happened in the fourth quarter? It was almost like I was watching a completely different game than the first 3.
Well, I just think that our guys, we did a good job of getting our hats on the right people, running the ball, and then, again, guys are breaking tackles. Gurley was fresh enough to break tackles. Chubb was fresh breaking tackles. That's where the big runs came. It wasn't like we just ran through on there untouched. They just couldn't get them on the ground. They could not get them on the ground. Either one of the 2 at the end of the game. It's pretty impressive.
How do you assess Hudson's performance for first game, sort of as the full-time
It
starter?
was a very solid performance. It was not spectacular, but it was solid. Did a good job getting us in the right plays in the run game. And, there was some pressure. They got a great pass rush, whether they blitz or not. But, he was under duress a few times, had to throw it away a few times. I don't think he threw one ball that could have or should have got picked. That's huge. We really secured the ball pretty good. I know Michael had the one that came out. Was that our only turnover?
It was the fumble down
Just
at
the one.
yeah.
So it was solid.
Like you said,